What's up, print fam? Today I thought I would go over my two most common pricing calculators, just because I get a lot of questions. Some people are confused at how to use them, so I thought I would walk through them because these pricing calculators are what helped me change my business. They helped me standardize my pricing, they helped me stick to pricing and not be afraid to charge what my calculated rate is. So when you download the calculator, it has all my information in it because I literally use these every day. I keep them in Google Sheets. You can download them as Excel files. You can put them in Google Sheets. You can leave them in Excel, whatever you'd like to do. This is my large format calculator. So this is what I use for my HP latex. Kind of the first things that you'll want to do is go and customize it a little bit. So on the cost tabs, this is where you can put your details, the things that you want. And I tried to basically explain what it is right here. So you can see that we have a setup, we have the profit, we have a spoilage rate, we have a shop rate that gets increased by the profit, which is why it's $25 because it is actually $75. We have a commission rate, we have a sales tax rate, we have an art rate, etc. So it goes through, and you want to make sure that these are what you want it to be. And then I also have imperial and metric. No one has complained to me about the metric, but I just run it in imperial. The next thing you're going to want to do is customize the media. So we have a few different sections for media. We have print media, we have laminate, we have packaging materials, and then we have the extras. So basically you'll just want to go in, put what it is, change any of the blue fields, so your cost per roll, the width in inches, the length in inches. You can put where you get it from, the product number if you want to refer back to it for purchasing. Same thing for laminate, packing material. This one has the markup built into it, so you don't necessarily have to charge the 200% that you're charging or whatever markup you have on the cost page, and the same for the extras. Now the pricing itself, it's pretty, I feel it's self-explanatory, but I will walk you through quoting a job. So in this case, we're going to say, okay, I want to do 1,000 3-inch by 3-inch stickers. I'm going to be using my HP media. Am I going to put it on the roll cutter? In that case, like it's my Summa, but it could be your Graphtec, or are you manually cutting it? So you could put yes I am, no I'm not. It just basically adds from the cost to calculate usage of the roll cutter. You can do the cuts, which again calculated on the cost page, whether or not you're using laminate. So yes, we're going to use a matte laminate. And then you have extras. So that's what's pulled on the media under the extra section in case you're doing hemming, grommets, pull up banner hardware, etc. It doesn't pull anything if there's nothing there. So you can see that there's a 12 and a 4, but there's no actual cost associated with it because, again, nothing is there. You have artwork, so you can put in whether you did 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 0 minutes. You have the packaging, which again pulls from the media, as well as any additional shipping costs associated with it. So you can put in like it was $20 to ship the package. Additional charges, that could be like a processing fee, a $5 processing fee. So what it does is it calculates everything as far as what the cost is. So it calculates how much media is going to cost, how much ink is going to cost, finishing, etc. It then puts that all into your job cost. So that's your hard cost to produce this job. It then takes your cost, does the profit, and then it adds the two together plus artwork, shipping, and extras to give you the total. Now again, the additional profit, this is if you're just like, oh, there's a PIA charge, so you can add $20 to it or something. It then does the total with tax if people want to know the tax. It then does some just calculations where it can be, okay, what's the sales commission, what's the cost per item. So if we're doing 1,000 3x3, the cost per is roughly 33 cents. The total rounded, if you're doing the 33 cents, is actually 330, not 328.92. So that would change the total with tax. The average cost per square foot is $4.77, which is good because I always try to sell at least $4 a square foot. But again, you can adjust that in the costs. It does go red if it's below $4 a square foot. If you adjust your thing to be like $5 a square foot, I don't think it will go red. I don't think I programmed that in a variable manner. The most recent thing was adding this credit card processing fee. So you can adjust that in the costs. So it will tell you how much the credit card processing fee is. That does base it off of the taxable total because you're likely charging tax for it. So it is telling you, basically it's taking this number, the total with tax, charging it by the amount that you set to give you the fee, and then it adds the two together to give the total. You can also have the wholesale pricing, which again, set on the costs. Then I have one for install and total that. Recently, I was asked if I could make it so there was a quick way to have lots of quantities so you don't have to quote a bunch of different ones. So this pulls all of the information from here to automatically calculate different quantities. And these are adjustable, so you can change them to whatever you want, but it does use the width and the height and the media and everything else to be able to calculate this stuff. And then, like if I were to throw in a pull-up banner over here, it does pull in a pull-up banner over here, because if you're doing 50, you might have 1, 2 versus 3 versus 4. So it just makes it so it's easy to quickly and on the fly, like if someone's like, oh, I want 25 3x3 stickers. Well, 25 3x3 stickers, it does not have 12 pull-up banners. 25 would be 4109, but if you wanted 50, it's 4968 versus 100. So it gives it really easy to send someone a quote based off of this, because it just makes it really quick, really easy. So yeah, that's calculator number 1 that I use. I have a bunch of others, but the 2 that I use the most are the large format and the Konica. So the Konica is pretty much the same, so I won't have to spend as much time on this. But it has its cost filled, which are similar to the large format, where you have a cost per color click, cost for black and white click, a job setup, the profit you want to charge, your cut charge. In my case, it's a Duplo. It doesn't necessarily mean that yours is a Duplo, stack cutting, etc. So then you have all your papers in here, so you can choose your paper, your costs. I should probably update this to have the colors in it, but basically you'll change the cost per case and the sheets per case, and that will give you the calculation. And then again here, that's the same thing. So like if I wanted to do an order of 5x7s, I could say, okay, they want 50 5x7s. I can come and pick my Pro Digital. I can fit 4 5x7s. I'm doing 2-sided. Yes, I'm doing it on the Duplo. No, there's none of these extra things. I always charge for a box whether or not I'm using a box. And then again, you have these extra add-ons. And then the same kind of calculations. This one does not have everything else the large format does, because not as many people have requested changes to this one. But that's it. If you have requests, then let me know. So the latest version, the large format 3, it's 3.2 now. I just updated it today because it was requested to add this. And version 3 came out when I added this. So if you have requests, if you had features that you want me to add, just let me know. I can update it. I typically, so if you buy the calculator, then I usually keep it the same for quite a while, unless there's a big update that took me a lot of time. If that update took me a lot of time, then I sell it as its own calculator for a little bit until I put it in the calculator pack, and or I come out with, in this case, the next version will be version 4. So to give you an idea, If you're really that hard up for $5, then just email me. I can send it to you. But that's kind of how I do it. Thank you everyone that has purchased it and supported me with it. Again, if you have any feature requests or want anything changed, let me know. You're also, once you download it, you can change it to your heart's content. I like numbers, and it's made it really good for my business to have all these numbers and to be able to basically bid jobs appropriately. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. See you in the next one.